You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live every week. Turn on notifications to never miss an episode. Now your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros, welcome to episode 282 of Potty Talk Live, where we're talking the business of plumbing, how to build a self-sufficient, successful, and very profitable plumbing business to create that freedom lifestyle. That's what we're all about, the freedom lifestyle. Hey, welcome to this episode of Potty Talk Live,
hey,
where tonight's title is, what do you have here? Be clueless. What do you mean by that?
Clueless. I don't know. I'm fairly clueless.
We're going to find out. All right. Hey, baby. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Well, you're making me be here every time.
Hey, this is my bling. I get asked, I got friends and even clients, I have all the gold watches and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I kind of like that kind of, I'm attracted, it's a nice timepiece. I'm sorry. One of my clients corrected me. It's a timepiece.
Timepiece. It's not a watch. It's a timepiece.
Timex is a watch. Right. But a Rolex is a timepiece. Okay. And I like it. I like that kind of stuff. But I keep it simple. And my thing has always been simple. I don't wear a bunch of stuff because this is my bling. I like wearing the lovely Laura on my arm.
Oh yeah.
And you look good.
Thank you, honey.
All right, baby.
I took a shower and everything.
And you look good. All right.
Good evening, Ted Thompson.
Hey, Ted. Hey, good to have you here.
Frankie's checking it. Frankie already knows the drill, right?
All right, Frankie. That's right. Frankie directed us here. Hey, if you're watching live, type live in the comments. If you're watching the replay, let us know you watch the replay by typing replay in the comments. Okay, and if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do. Just keep on listening. All right.
Hey, Chris, and I saw Thais checked in. Hi, guys. Whoops. Oh, and you just lost your pen.
I just lost my pen.
And that's not going to work because I know how you like to play
fling
with
my
your
pen around.
Okay, now what are you going to do?
Okay, I don't know. What?
You're going to have to practice not having a pen.
Okay.
I think. Oh, how's that going to be?
This is going to be dangerous.
What? Now?
Makeup. I can't work like this. Come on, don't you? Where's my extra pens and stuff and my assistants?
Our producer did not give you extra pens. So Sparky.
Of
course, he's in a totally other state right now.
But everybody say hello to Sparky.
That's right. Everybody say hi to Sparky. If you haven't heard, we do have a brand new producer who is taking control of the board and everything so that I can be on the show more. So, young man out of California.
Send him some love, some thumbs up.
His name is Josh, but we call him Sparky. And then Patrick said, I'm getting you a timepiece, Richard.
That's right. That would come
You know who we were talking about.
The Basingas, they're a class act.
They are.
He's trying to class me up. That's what he's trying to do.
Hello, let's see. Mr. Edward Sheldon alive, checking in. Nice to see you. Jess B's, Queen Bee's in the house. And she is she just got a big write-up in the biggest magazine in St. Louis for realty. Right. She's the most important special realtor in all of St. Louis.
And she definitely makes the King Bee look good.
Most assuredly. So anyway,
Charlie, you're a lucky man. Okay.
And
he knows it. I know he knows it.
I know. Whatever. That was Jess Bees. Her and her husband Charlie own Bees Plumbing just outside of St. Louis.
All right.
So anyway.
Yep. All right, so hey.
Yeah, hey.
So hey, question for you.
Oh yeah, we have a question.
I'm looking forward to getting this topic because this is the big thing. I know you had a fun title.
I know he's not Sparky the electrician. No, he's not an electrician.
I know.
We did a play on words there with the whole Sparky thing.
His last name is familiar, similar to that.
Right.
So we just kind of shortened it and made fun with it.
Right.
Okay?
But he's not an electrician.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that, because the Sparkies to the plumbers.
I know they don't get along. I thought that was kind of cute.
It is cute. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, question.
So I like your title. I'm looking forward to Be Clueless. Really, we're going to be talking about CSR functions. How just simplify what it takes to just to book those calls. Just get the calls in.
Right.
Okay.
What it's like to answer the phone.
It doesn't have to be complicated.
Right.
Okay? This is 20 years. Okay.
Right. I started when I was 14.
Right. Okay. Hundreds of calls. I'd say thousands.
Millions
of calls. All down. We made all the mistakes. I mean, in fact, that's what I have no problems talking. Of course, we're telling you what to do, but I think we say it. If we say it once, we say it twice. We made all the mistakes.
we and all the bad stuff.
We made all the mistakes. So if you just listen up, we can tell you what not to do.
Right.
Okay, what not to do.
Here's what we did. Now do the opposite.
Yeah.
So kind of like that.
We're going to go through that process. So,
yes, but the question is, who answers your phone?
Who answers your phone?
Who answers your phone for your plumbing office?
Okay.
Do you have a CSR? Do you have an office manager? Is it the wife?
Or do you?
Or you, the plumbing business owner?
Okay.
Right.
All right. Who answers the phone? Who answers your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We want to know.
So let's let us know here. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So type the lovely Ann. Hi, Jeff. Answers our phones now. Good. We like hearing that, Jeff. Good for you.
That is.
Yeah, because we just met with him, right?
Yep.
And we're like, Jeff, get off the phone.
Get off the phone.
Stop.
Okay, I just said it. You know, if we the worst person, we're just going to
Jonathan, you're out of the UK, if I remember right.
Okay.
Me. Jonathan.
The worst person on the phone is the plumber owner. The worst person on the phone.
Not only the worst person, but it's just so hard to do.
It's so hard, right?
To do both.
To be able to move on.
Right. RCSR, Danny Penn.
Yeah.
That's right. And you guys went from Danny answering the phone and then the beautiful Thais.
Yep.
Plumbing power couple. And now they have their own CSR, New Era Plumbing out of Draycote. Is it Draycote? Out Boston-ish area, right? So if you're a plumber looking for a job and you live in the Boston area,
you couldn't work for a better company.
You could not. New Era Plumbing would be your company.
Yep.
Thais says, our CSR is so amazing. We hit the jackpot. Yeah, you did. Yeah, she's great. Was it? Oh, no, I can't remember her name. Can't remember. Tori?
Is it Tori?
Somebody's is Tori, but it might not.
No,
anyone
Tori,
but me.
I think that's TK's.
You're right.
TK?
That's TK's.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes.
Right. Anybody but you. Don, the answering machine. Don,
where are you from?
That left us speechless for a second.
Going to show up at your place and smack you upside the head.
I am. Oh, that's terrible. Christy's saying Ashley answers the phone, and she is awesome. She's the best. Yeah, that was the best move ever. Definitely.
We've met Ashley, and
yeah, she's amazing.
She is amazing. Okay.
Frankie says I used to, but now you do have an awesome CSR.
Yeah, your CSR is.
She's gonna make you look good.
You know, in fact, I think we talked today that look, everyone gets a little. You know, business is some luck. I mean, it's hard work and all that, but you do need a little luck. Everybody gets a different form of luck.
Yes.
And Frankie got lucky. He got lucky. Okay. He has got lucky.
You totally got. Adam, our New Brunswick man, my new girl is doing well. A new CSR, I'm assuming, unless you fired Jamie and then brought her back or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Or she fired you, one or the other. Sheldon says, my secretary. That's great. Okay, we love hearing that.
Okay, because
awesome.
These are good things, okay? Because that's what we're going to get into, you know, what really about, you know, the CSR process.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that you're here and speaking directly on this because this is
almost
20 years of doing this and then leading, you know, the ladies that were doing this. And I've heard these things over. I mean, we tried every which way. I mean,
we did.
So we've tested everything out. And let me preface this as always when we're talking about what we suggest, okay, and that's what this is, okay. Suggestions, okay. Take it or leave it, okay. There's more than one way to skin a cat. The way we like to skin a cat.
Where did that saying come from?
Okay.
There's more than one way to skin a cat.
I don't know. Is Ted on? Ted Thompson? You got to know where that came from.
Who skins cats?
I don't know.
I just thought of that. Sorry, that was a squirrel moment. I'm sorry.
I'm working here.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right.
So you were saying.
I forget. I'm old. See, the thought leaves me.
I know.
Now I gotta go
to the bathroom.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go take a leak. You know, if that when it hits you, your mind leaves. You know. Anyways. Okay, but there's more than one way to do things. Okay,
there we go.
So in our way, okay, is how can we do things that is the easiest to systemize, okay, which makes it the easiest that you can replace people, so you're not held by anyone or any one thing, okay, and create the most freedom. Okay, so that's how we come at it. So certainly there's many ways to answer the phone.
There is,
and there's lots of companies that are successful with it's a whole circus act, and it works. Okay, we just didn't want to do this whole dog and pony show.
Well, again,
we're just the facts. Just the facts.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Okay.
Because again, we wanted to create a system to where if someone left or whatever, that it was an easy system to train, and that person on the phones didn't have to be totally knowledgeable or even knowledgeable in the least about plumbing, which is why we titled this show
Clueless.
Be clueless.
That's why, right.
Right. We want to be the CSR needs to be clueless when it comes to plumbing on the phone.
Okay.
We're not answering plumbing questions.
Right. So right there, they don't have to know about plumbing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mickey's looking it up. Thanks, Mickey.
Okay. All right. And they don't have to. We really prefer female. So it may not sound politically correct, but let me preface that as well. Mm-hmm. Look. When we get into what, some things here that they need, women just do better, okay? Our female customers feel more comfortable talking with a female. Mm-hmm. Us guys, no matter, we sound a little bit more aggressive, our voices are a little bit more straight, not as friendly, okay? And
guys
also,
usually don't talk up here with energy.
Right, with energy, right.
Mm-hmm. Energy.
And even the guys that call in, guys, we always like talking with the ladies. Mm-hmm. It's just so it's more comfortable.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
So there we have it.
Okay.
So you ready? Okay.
Sure.
So as always here, we break it down to make it easy, okay? And there's 3, good, better, best. Okay, good, better, best. Got your options here? Well, these aren't options.
Yeah, these aren't options.
Okay, but there are 3, good, better, best.
Right.
Okay, let's get this. So number one.
Number one,
hit it. All right, take control of the call.
Take control of the call.
Okay, so let me say, we get this. I got this all the time when I was on the phone.
Yes.
See if this sounds familiar. Mm-hmm. They call, Mrs. Jones calls in and says, how much do you charge to, or how much is your hourly rate? Mm-hmm. Or, that kind of.
How much to fix my water heater?
Right. And they hit you right up with that. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
And what do we want to do when we want
to answer every single one of their questions.
Work with me here.
No. That was a lie. That's not true. No, we want to respond back to them with a question, right? We never, ever, ever want to answer their first question right out of the gate.
Right.
Ever.
We want to take control of the call.
Take control of the call. Right. Because really, when a customer calls in, they don't call plumbing companies very often, so they're unsure of what the process is like. So an easy thing to ask, or a common thing to ask, is how much, or what do you charge, or those types of questions, right?
Right.
Because they don't know what else to say. Most people don't call up and say, I need to book an appointment with the plumber. They're just not going to say that. They're going to ask a question.
That sounds intelligent.
Right.
Okay. If you've ever heard me say this, no one wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber.
What?
All right. No one wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber.
Revolutionary.
So their day has been put off. So they're already feeling a little out of control. Mm-hmm. Okay. I got to deal with this, or now I got to tell, and now I got to call somebody. Even the guys, I got to call someone, and I really don't know what's going on here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So an easy way. So they're calling in an insecure position.
Yes.
So we want to make the customer feel as secure as possible. Mm-hmm. And by answering the questions, allowing them to pepper you with questions, okay, even with a question that makes sense to them.
Mm-hmm. Sparky's telling us stop banging the foot.
Oh.
So what are we doing? Is it this? Stop.
Okay.
Thank you, Sparky.
Right.
So we're hitting something, and our new setup is coming, and it's going to get better. But anyway, thanks, Sparky. Let's see. Jonathan said they ring at silly times at 8 p.m. Don't answer your phone at 8 p.m.
Right.
Yeah. Don't.
Okay. First of all, don't
answer your phone at 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
That's your
We're
family
talking
time.
Freedom lifestyle here.
Right.
Okay. Not a slave. Okay.
That's right.
And just because you're a plumbing company doesn't mean you have to work 24/7.
You do not.
Okay.
Trust us,
right?
you do not.
You do not. You can make a lot of money by not, okay? And have a life too, okay?
Crazy.
So they've called, all right, and so they're looking for security.
Correct.
Okay? By the way, all the stats tell us that the number one concern is not how much the job's going to cost. Mm-hmm. The number one concern is, will the plumber show up today?
Right.
Can I even get this done today?
Right.
Okay, so they're calling to get it done today, okay? And so they're insecure, and so they're going to try to sound intelligent, and so it's a very intelligent thing. How much is this thing to ask? How much does this cost, okay? By setting back and allowing them to pepper you with questions and to answer that question right off the bat, Now it's just going to scare them and say, okay, well, I'm just calling around getting some ideas or estimates. Okay,
yep.
All right.
Shut it off at 5. You're right.
So
Adam.
you want to take control of that call right away.
Absolutely.
And what have I heard for 18 years?
Are we giving away the secret sauce?
Well, I can give it the one part here,
okay,
and then we'll reel them into the other. Okay, all right.
So we always say, no matter what the person says when they call in.
So how much do you charge for a water heater?
Sure, I can help you with that. Have we done work for you before?
How much is your hourly rate?
I'm sure I can help you with that. Have we done work for you before?
My cat's stuck on the roof and the roof's on fire. Can you come get it down?
Sure, I can help you with that. Have we done work for you before?
And I'm serious. Okay, no matter what.
You want to. There is not one single thing that somebody could mention right now. They say, "Well, no, you couldn't answer that question that way."
Right.
Not one.
Okay.
Not one. Let's see, Charlie. 7:34. Oh, yep. 4:15. Office isn't locked. No evenings and no weekends. That's right, Charlie. So. Every time, sure, I can help you with that. Have we done work for you before? You have now gained control of the conversation. You're the one asking the questions now, right? If someone calls in and they say, do you have a service call fee to come out or a trip charge? And you answer them and say, well, yeah, we do. It's $49. Well, I mean, then the customer's like, okay, well, now what do I do? Right. And then they're thinking, is $49 normal?
Right.
Is it high? I don't know, right? And you've provided no value at all for that $49.
And you got them thinking about what they are afraid about, is spending money with a plumber.
Right.
No one wants to spend money with a plumber.
No, they don't.
Okay, whether it's $50, $500, $5,000, doesn't matter how low, it could be $5. Mm-hmm. They don't want to spend that money with a plumber. So they're looking, I know it sounds silly, even though they've called you, they're looking for a reason to hang up on you, okay?
Because they just don't want to do
it.
So
they're insecure, and you want to make them feel secure by taking control of the call, which lets them know, hey, these people are going to take care of me.
Okay, sounds like she knows what she's doing. She's not her first rodeo here, right? So you're taking control of the entire call, and you're the one asking the questions.
Okay.
Always.
Next.
So that was number one.
Leads us right into take control of the call.
Take control of the call.
Number two, is to empathize.
Empathize. Did we spell that right? I think
empathy. Okay, like sympathy. Don't say but empathize with the caller. Okay.
Yes.
And what do you mean by that?
Empathize with the caller. So again, you're asking them, or responding back, sure, I can help you with that. Have we done work for you before? And they answer, however, and yes, you have. No, you haven't. So you say, okay, well, if they're a repeat customer, okay, Mrs. Jones, well, great. We're so glad that you've called us back. We love our repeat customers. And then you're going to pull them up in the system, confirm their email or their address, right? And then you're going to say, okay, well, Mrs. Jones, you said at the beginning that you had an issue with your water heater. Why don't you tell me what's going on, right? And now she gets to tell her story.
And I want to stress here, it's about her story and about the story, not about what size the water heater is. Okay, I want to get with that.
It's gas or electric,
okay, so
upstairs,
for our plumber
downstairs.
owners and the plumbers in the field, it don't matter. Okay, it don't matter. All right, it just says customer says there's a plumbing problem in the house. That's all you need at the very end.
Right. And
so to walk them through all the stuff, what size, how, where's it at, and that kind of stuff, now is really going to scare them, because now even make them uncomfortable, because they may not know exactly that information.
And then they feel dumb.
And they feel dumb, right? And they start thinking, boy, this is going to be a big deal.
This is complicated.
Right. Well, I'm calling around and just seeing,
Right.
Okay.
And Bob's saying one of the problems is once the customer gets used to talking to the owner, that is all they want to talk to. You're right, Bob. Well, let's talk about that, because that's a thing, right? You have to retrain your customers, because normally when the plumber owners, this is a side note here, this one's for free, and I'm going to charge you. When the plumber owners have been the one that answers the phone for so long, and customers do get used to being able to get the plumber owner.
Because they can work you.
But yeah, right. And they feel like, they've made it to the top. They're going to get the best deal, get taken care of the best.
Right.
You have to retrain the customers. So if a lot of your customers have your personal cell number, you have to change the greeting on your cell to say, hi, I'll use Bob. Hi, this is Bob with City Plumbing, right? City Plumbing. And if you have a plumbing issue, please call the office at blah, 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 blah. You give the phone number, and that's it. And let them call in, okay? don't answer the phone if it's a customer. Like, only answer the phone if it's someone you absolutely know, a friend, a family or something, but nothing to do with plumbing. You have to retrain the customer. If you keep answering the phone.
And yourself. Because really, and yourself. We have a lot of times the guys just feel like compelled. I got to answer the phone. I got to take care of this. This is a customer. Oh, this is.
This is Miss Jones. We've been doing work for her for 10 years.
I can take care of her. No, that's okay. You're
not true.
You're sticking yourself. Okay?
Right. And again, you're training the customers how to behave. And so what they'll do, they'll call the office based on the number you gave them, and they'll call the office and say, "Yeah, I need to talk to Bob, and he does all my plumbing. And I need to talk to him." And the CSR needs to say, "Sure, I can help you with that. Have we done work for you before?" Right? And then you go into, and if they really push to talk to the plumbing business owner, you have to not allow them to do it. You have to tell them, he's got me now, I'm in the office, I book the calls, I take care of the schedule, I can get you taken care of. But under no circumstances are they allowed to talk to the plumbing business owner anymore.
Right.
So that was a side note.
Yeah, Bob's no longer in the field. Well, he does all my work. Well, Bob's no longer in the field. He manages the guys now. Okay, and even if you are still in the field and you have another guy, for sure you're going to mark that job. Bob's not going to that job.
Don't say Bob.
Okay, Bob's not going.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. So there you go, Bob. That's how that's done. Customers always ignore Danny's greeting, I'm sure. But you got to train them, right? I mean, if you don't, then you're going to be a slave. The first time you give in, then. Yeah, has made a big difference with scheduling. I think that is that Dwayne? Yeah. I think. Was that Dwayne, Good Pasture? Was it all drains? I'm pretty sure. He's made made a big difference with the scheduling. Yeah, because I think we had talked with them about that too. And I think Tana answers the phone. Am I right? I think. Anyway, okay. So what was point 2?
Well, it's empathize with the caller.
So
you're building that rapport because customers buy from those they know, like, and trust. So we're building a rapport, not data taking, not so like let them tell the story. I had no hot water. We're getting ready because they're going to say we're getting ready this morning. The kids got in, and the husband, my husband couldn't, and there was no hot water.
And then we went to the water heater. It's leaking, and water's everywhere.
That happens with my kids can't get ready, and the husband. That kind of makes for a tough morning.
So that's the empathizing. Right. So whatever story they tell you. I always tell this to our clients, just be a human, right? Empathize with the customer because, again, they don't want to be calling you. So say, oh, man, I'm really sorry that happened, or gosh, that happened to me, or whatever, but empathize with them. Don't be fake. Right. Be real, but be human, right? And let them tell their story. They want to tell their story. They want to be heard. And it's almost like a release. Okay, I can get this off my chest. This person sounds like they've done this before and they're going to get me taken care of, and I can relax. Right. Mm-hmm.
And again, having a female do this, normally they're not the plumber. Okay. Right. Females usually are more empathetic. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. And again, going back to not being the plumber, we can't help it. As soon as we hear the water heater or whatever's going on, we're trying to fix it.
Right.
How many times have you got in trouble with your wife about her telling you, just listen to me.
Don't listen. Don't
try to fix it. Just listen to me. Okay.
Anybody, hold on a second. Any ladies out there, is that a complaint with you, with your husband, that you just want to kind of get it off your chest or talk or whatever? And then as soon as or it's in a scenario that has nothing to do with us, as soon as the wife tells the husband what they're feeling, and the husband goes, well, here's what you should have done, or here's how you solved that one.
Right.
Anybody, ladies, can I get a witness? Right. Anyway, I just saw Dwayne said that Tana is way more sympathetic when it comes to listening to customers. So
right. Okay. So that's an important thing that builds that relationship. And again, guys, it has nothing to do with plumbing. You don't care. Don't put the pressure on your CSRs to, well, let's find out if the water heater's in the basement and this and that. And, some of the programs have a whole list that you can run people through. And the problem of doing that, now you make it a data entry thing. Right. Okay, no matter how easy it makes it a data entry. And you don't need to know that stuff. Right. And that's for a different conversation because you want your guys to get out in front of the customer and listen to the customer, not go right to what you think the problem is. Mm-hmm. Okay? So Don't put that kind of pressure on your CSRs.
Right.
Allow them. It's more important to build that relationship there. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that leads us to the final, most important thing. The whole reason for taking the call. Okay. Number 3.
Wait, we're not gonna tell you yet. And Sparky just called me, so I'm hoping that there's not an issue. And I see something weird on the screen. So hopefully, and I see we're still streaming. So
okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Things locked up.
Okay, it's gone away. And he's texted us 3 times. He just said I crashed. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay.
Oh no, he's back. He's back. You're back, right?
It's California. All right, it's California. So, right now I got to put a mask on everything.
He says I'm back, and he's really getting after us for banging. So it must be bad.
Okay.
It must be really. Sparky, we're so sorry. We really, really are. We got to be better at that. Okay. So now, we're on number
3.
Number 3.
So can we pull it up, Sparky?
No, what are we going to do?
Number 3. There we go. Book the call.
Weren't we supposed to do something else in between?
Yeah. We'll get right about what I mean by book the call here, because as always, I get in trouble if I don't have my freebie. Okay, I got the freebie for you. All right, the 7 must knows to be $1 million plumber. Where even this is kind of discussed in that. Okay, all right, it's in my. There's 7 things you got to know to have a successful, self-sustaining, and profitable plumbing business.
It's not a hobby.
Okay, all right, able to create that freedom lifestyle for you. All right, simply type 7 in the comments. All right, or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/7 to grab your free copy now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So Sparky's back.
All right.
Thank goodness.
Thank you, Sparky.
Because that would have been interesting. I would have no idea what we were going to do at that point. Okay. So, number 3. We were talking
number 3. Get to it here.
Yes.
Book the call.
Book the call.
That's the whole reason for the call. Book the call.
Book it.
Book
Dano.
the call. Book the call. Not to solve their plumbing problem.
No.
Okay. All
Not
right.
to give them a price over the phone so they can call someone else.
Right.
And get a lower price.
Okay. Book the call. So, what would that sound like?
Well, it sounds like once they've gone through their issue, right, then you're going to give them a time that you're available today to send someone out, right?
Yep.
Send a plumber out today and get all their information. And you're going to kind of go through an ending spiel of, what to expect. We call when we're on the way. We text when we're on the way, whatever it is. And that's it. And you're not going to... The one thing... I will give them this for free. The one thing that you never want to say at the end of a call is, do you have any questions? Because they will, and you don't want to answer them. Right? So don't ask. Is there anything else I can answer for you? No.
Once you get the time slot, we have the opening between 10 and 12, 12 to 2 or whatever, 2-hour booking, 2-hour blocks of time. Okay.
We'll call you text you when we're on the way or whatever it is.
It's all right. All right, Ms. Jones, we have you down between 10 and 12, and we'll be out there to take a look at things, and we'll give you a price up front. Blah blah blah. We'll see you then.
Right. Bye.
Click. Okay. It reminds me. It's just like that from the movie. I like the movies. And I like the sports analogy, the Moneyball. And there's a scene in there where they're wheeling and dealing, they're making a trade or whatever. Okay, and soon as he got the answer, he hung. All right, thanks, Joe, and he hung up. And his partner said, well, hey, he's going to say something. He said, never wait to hear. Once you get your answer, hang up.
You're banging.
Oh, am I banging?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sparky's really going to yell at us. Well, sorry, but once you get the answer, you hang up and move on. You got what you wanted.
Yeah.
So if you've got them booked, you've got their address, you got their phone number, you got everything.
Right.
Close the call.
Close the call.
Close it up.
Okay.
That's all there is to it.
And that's it.
You do not have to answer questions about plumbing or... and I know I answer the phone for years and years. People will call and say, well, it's just a little fix. It's just a small repair. What do you think it might cost for blah, blah, blah? Or I've got a 1-inch blah, blah, blah that goes to a 2-inch blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Right.
Sure, I can help you with that.
I can help you
Have
with
we done
that.
work for you before? All right.
Every time.
Guys, you do this. I know there's a lot of companies, and it is kind of the trap of, we have to have all this CSR training, and we got to sell on the phone, and how do you talk? Guys, it's this simple. No one wakes up in the morning wants to call a plumber. They're afraid that no one's going to take care of them today. All right? So take control of the call. Don't let them pepper you with questions.
Right.
So that they feel confident that, hey, these people know they're going to take care of me. Okay? Build some rapport. Empathize with, allow them to tell their story. Let them complain. Let them whine. Okay, let them tell their story. Everyone everyone is a star in their own show.
Right.
Okay, everybody lives in their own universe. Okay, let them tell their story. All right, so that you build a rapport with them. Okay, and then finally,
Steve.
all right, book the call. Just book the call. That's your CSR's job. If they do nothing else, it's worth paying. Book the call.
Oh, Charlie says he's going to pay for something. Hold on.
Right.
Richard and Laura should set up a midday training for our CSR, just a small 30-minute Zoom to go over some key points. He'd pay for that. How much? $1 million.
All right. Hey, you're already in the club, man. All right, we got to set that up anyway.
That is a good idea.
Right. Okay.
And especially some of the newer gals that are on the phone, it is a little intimidating, right? Because customers can ask the darndest questions.
Right. And that's the thing. When we heard, first of all, we got to get the guy out of there. I got shooed away or kicked out so many times because I couldn't help it. Guys, I know hey, ask him if it's this, or whatever it's or you're here, it's like. And it's like, so they'd kick me out.
Yes. Okay? Well, and let me ask, I know there's a lot of CSRs watching, a lot of our clients, the wives. How many of you guys had that issue when you did take the phones over and the husband stood right here, right? While you're on the phone and he's like, ask him this. What did they say about that? Or whatever. They're whispering to you, right? Yes. Right. Stop that, men. Stop.
Okay.
Go away. Let them answer the phone. Let them do their job.
Right. This isn't rocket science. And really, there's courses on this kind of stuff. And really, it's getting into all the sales, that kind of stuff. And trying to make your CSR salespeople and all. You don't need to do that. Again.
You don't want to do that.
Right. You don't want, because you can't, you got to, when this gal leaves or, or whatever, you're stuck. Right. Okay. And so it's this simple. You can get anybody that is friendly. Okay?
That has a nice, friendly voice.
All right? And they don't need to know plumbing, guys. They don't need to know plumbing. You don't want them to know plumbing. Now, they're going to pick things up through osmosis. They're going to start feeling things out, and they'll start giving more information and that kind of stuff.
But most of the time, it'll be wrong information.
Wrong. Yeah, get wrong. Because you don't want to even give information. You don't want to get to where you're repairing the thing over the phone.
Right, or giving any of that information.
Because what that does, that makes a nervous customer even more nervous. Okay?
Charlie says the girls in the office. How about the ladies in the office? The women in the office?
The ladies.
The brains in the office. How about the brains in the office? That's it. Hate me being around during calls. They hate... It's all over the place. And I'll bet Steve, he said I hit the nail on the head. You guys do that, don't you? Ted Thompson, I know that's you, Ted, and Nikki has told you to stop.
And it don't matter. That's one of the hardest things with this too, because next I'll give you what kind of leads into it, and this is a huge problem. Your guys will start complaining, like, where is the leak in the house?
Ted just said, is it copper or PVC?
Right, is it copper? Right. The guys, and it don't matter, and it's not funny. I mean, it's not.
So what do you mean it's not funny?
Well, because what it does, it starts shutting. Well, it is funny, but it shuts your gal down answering the phone. When the key, all you want is to get that call booked.
Right.
Get that call booked.
Just saying, drives us crazy.
And then it's the plumbers, the professional plumber. All you need to know that the homeowner has a plumbing problem.
Right.
That's all you need to know. You don't need to be thinking on the way. You don't need. I get it. I've been in the truck.
Prejudge the call before you even get there.
And what that does, that sets you up in a mindset of, this is what I'm going to
fix.
I'm going to do this. And so we bypass a very important part of the service part, okay, which you don't need to have your guys selling. You just need to have your guys building a rapport, okay, a rapport.
Like listen.
Rapport with the customer by asking, well, Mrs. Jones, they say you have a plumbing problem. Tell me what you're experiencing.
Yeah, show me what's
I got up this morning and I had no hot water. Okay, I know it. And then you can and let them go to the store. Go through that. Okay, you don't need. You don't need to be selling.
You don't need the girls. The ladies in the office do not need to sell at all.
So there we go.
And I used to always say, because before I learned how to do this or figure out a better way, I would always say the problem. Well, it must be your dielectric unions.
That's the joke between us. When I heard her say that, I mean,
because I heard the guys talking.
It was a pump call, and she's saying, "Well, it sounds like it may be the dielectric unions." I said, "What the?"
I heard the guys talking about dielectric unions. It sounded smart. So, and the customers didn't know any better, right? So it's a toilet call.
Right.
Thanks, Patrick. I'd be a toilet call, and I'm like, "Wow, sounds like your dielectric unions must need to be replaced."
Well, that's it, guys. It's that simple.
Right.
Okay. It's that simple. Keep it that simple. You'll get calls booked. You'll make more money than you ever could imagine.
And things will be simpler.
Right.
Much more simple.
Keep it simple. Kiss it, baby.
And
Kiss it.
Be clueless.
Right, and be clueless. All right. Okay. Hey, if you do want to learn more about this subject, okay, we go way into it, way deeper. Okay,
much deeper.
Much deeper. All right, more deeply. All right. In my $1 Million Plumber Success Academy. Okay, in there is everything you need to know, again, to build. All right, literally from the ground up. All right, even if you're already going, successful, self-sustaining. All right, this easing in. Okay, all right, and very profitable plumbing business. We lay it all out there for you. Okay, even have live coaching classes.
We do.
Okay, all right, it's all in there for you. And right now, you can check it out for free. 14-day free trial. Okay, simply type success in the comments or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success. All right.
Okay.
So do it.
I just noticed your shirt, Liberty or Death. Nice.
Liberty or death. Just saying. Just saying.
All right.
All right. Hey, there's a good one. Thanks, babe.
You bet.
It's good. It is this simple, guys. Keep it this simple. Okay. All right. And also, before we let you go, as always, I want to remind you that you were perfectly and wonderfully created.
Yes, you were.
And you were created to do great things. So as always, plumb like a champion.
Hi, everybody.
For tuning in to Potty Talk Live with Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now.
Just do it.
To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, turn notifications on now and join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.